we might have a twofer video for you guys today. The Freightliner's been sitting out here for about a week in the snow. So this is gonna hopefully be a cold start if the batteries held their charge. Time to get it out of the field before this turns into a muddy mess. It's been below 30. It's been about 35, and yesterday was 38 for the high during the day. Trey and I are out here. Oh, I get to be the ether man. Okay. We were going to put a tractor muffler on this, so we never got around to finishing our total install because we were going to use it for, of course, other purposes. We're going ahead and we're putting on the manufacturer muffler and finishing up the build on it. Trey's got the tires and the foot pads ready to go. This says that it is an 11-hour runtime at a 50% load, so obviously if you're running it full on, it's going to be less. We do use rec gas or recreational gas in everything we run like this because the ethanol is terrible for these little engines and motors that don't get full-time use, and it's not good for your car either. Now this is an electric start, so it's got a separate charger for the little battery here that runs.
Or you can, oh, you don't have to. You have to start in full start.
Yep, you can pull start it too, so that's a good thing to have because if your battery's dead and you need it now, then you don't have to wait for that. Now this has been sitting and not charged up, so we'll probably have to pull start it, but Trey's giving that a charge. It does have covered outlets so that you don't have to worry about moisture getting into them when you're not using them, and just uncover the ones you want. You want to pull that back and show us, Trey?
These two are normal.
Yep.
And this one is one of those other ones.
Yep, so you got a 240 and 4 120s. Now that he's got it plugged in, the hour meter's lighting up. 0 hours. Now, when you unbox this, if you've never bought one before, there is a little warning tag to let you know your spark plug wire is not attached to your spark plug, so make sure that you install that properly. We've already done, most of the things on this. I don't remember what all we did have to do. I'm imagining, see, there's a ground for it. That was probably already set up. I'm sure we had to attach the battery. We're installing the handle.
I don't remember using the electric start.
No, you probably
I
didn't.
didn't even remember that it had. I think we full started it because everything's dead when you get
Yeah. Well, we've got an old little Coleman generator around here, and it has an electric start on it too, and I didn't understand why it had the battery. This is helping me to better understand that old little thing. I don't even know where it's at now.
You could charge it off of itself.
When you when it's running, they charge their own battery. Huh? Yeah, it's supposed to charge the battery when it's running on these. Or you can charge it at it.
Now, as a safety feature, this says it has a low oil shutdown so that you're not, letting it run and run out of oil. And it does come with some oil.
Well, they give you the oil in a jug and you have to put it in because they ship them without it.
Yeah.
Remember putting that in.
Yeah, because I know at the store they say they don't like to take returns on things that have had gas and oil in them. They always have to have it manager approved. It says L14 30 amp receptacle. Easily connects to a manual transfer switch or generator cord, which, like where we came from, our old houses, we had transfer switches right on the house so that you could just plug this right into that and you're powered on. Very handy to have so that you're not running generator cords through the house. We haven't done that yet here, but I'm assuming that's something that we're going to get to. Things get busy. In the wintertime, we get caught up on all these little odd jobs. And I think that that's a little 12-volt electric start battery, just like what's on his, his Peg Parago. Yeah, of course, it's clamped right in there. Same kind of battery you use for your rechargeable stuff like your fence chargers and your gate operators. Everything's a cold start today. I'm going to have to probably pull start it, don't you think?
I got the fuel on it, probably doesn't have fuel yet.
We're going to get that truck started. There was not enough of battery charge, so it's got multiple batteries on it. We've got multiple chargers ready to go. So he's finished putting this generator together. We're going to have to lift it up onto the back of that manure spreader. We use it like a trailer. It gets used everywhere. We're going to haul the generator and we're going to haul the battery chargers out to the field and put the charger on it and see if we can get it going. Fooling around for like 10 minutes, loading this stuff up, trying to figure out what to do with the generator. The beater bar is too low to trailer it and pull it behind down the road. And the wheels that come with it are totally plastic. So I didn't want him pulling it any kind of sideways, chained to the side, because that center hub is all plastic on this inside part. Yeah, plastic there too. So they could have improved on that, I will tell you. The chain fall, Trey saved the day. He said, well, we can just lift it and put it up in there. This whole upper section is the fuel tank. And that's a design so that you don't have to have a fuel pump. It's just being gravity fed down into the motor. So we're going to use these straps to lift it right up. It doesn't have to get unloaded when we get over to the field. The cords on the battery chargers are plenty long enough that they should reach up over the side. We better take an extension cord in case.
They won't reach, we already have an extension cord.
Okay. Georgie's eating snow. Don't let the chain smash it. Oh yeah, smart thinking. I got a couple deck boards that I had on hand, and we were gonna build a ramp up the side, and it was just too steep to go up over there. Those back tires on that manure spreader are real tall. And there was no way for us to walk up the ramp, so we were gonna have to chain it from one side and push from behind. Just trying to always figure this stuff out. a landscape trailer with a tailgate and some ramps. I think that's what we need. But we don't have it today. We've got a job to do. This is probably about the 6th time we've used this chain fall in the last few weeks, and it just keeps coming in handy. We're trying to figure out some framework with some I-beams or H-beams to build in the barn. And he realized the other day, neighbor down the road's got 2 of these systems, like a gantry system set up out in the yard, and he's never used them in the whole time we've lived here. So we're thinking about going over and talking to him about it. Look at him load that right up there. It does all the lifting for you, but he's maxed out now. That chain's up as high as it'll go. Swing it. Where do you want it?
Gotta get in.
Yeah, I know. Alright, I had to grab a hold of it and swing it in because it was maxed out, wouldn't go any higher. So we got it loaded, no problem, just took a minute. Georgie's getting a tractor ride. He hasn't been on for a while. Hi! All right. All right, back to this cold start. This is quite a production we got here. Right, George? George came out to the field to help us out. Is it getting to be almost nappy time? We'll get this done, don't worry. So Trey was saying back there we got 3 batteries. I thought he said 4. Okay.
4, you could.
Yeah. Maybe if you had 4 it would have turned over. So I'll put a link in the description down below in case you're interested. This is our Schumacher battery charger, and we actually thought we were having trouble with one, went and bought a second one, found out it was our extension cord. There are times that you just need to when you have this many batteries on a truck, so it all worked out just fine. I'll link the generator there for you also. And we'll give this a start up. So what are you having them set at? All right, 40 amps, 12 volt, on hold. he's got the chains out. We're gonna see if we can't get this truck out of here once we get it started. I'll move away from this a little bit. I gotta move away from that a little bit. All right.
These go out, and these little ends go up out when you put them on.
Uh-huh.
So they go on this way.
So when he started the whole project, before we even got to the field, it was snowing. He's got that set on. You can see these tires are well worn. And the sun's been out all day today. Supposed to get up to 35 degrees. Snow's melting off everything. And this is some slushy stuff. Now these tire chains, I think he said they were about $80 a pair. Maybe it was $80 each, I don't know. I bet it was probably $80 each. There's different tire chains for the tractor, and we started looking those up during our lunch. Oh my, about $265 each, up to about $465 each per tire. They're called a duo, and they're made so that they don't fall into the grooves of the tire treads. Very, very handy to have. So there's a special tool that comes with it for tightening them on. And I know last year he was using a set of bungee straps to hold them on. They make a special extra set of chain that goes on the outside of the hub, and that'll hook on to every part of it. That'll hook on to every part of the tire chain with a spring in the center to help it hold on and grip on. And then there's a tool that comes with it that goes right through here for tightening it up once you get it on. Well, I came out here when the snow was deep to get my sled back, and I tried pulling my cart back. It's been out here. I was using it up into that trailer because I can load up 3 or 4 bales at a time and haul it all the way to the front of that trailer. Rather than risk losing it, pulling it back with the trailer door open, I am going to have him put it in the manure spreader so we can take it back to the farm with us and put it back in the barn where it belongs. Now, I was going to cold start this. He started it back at the shop without me looking. So this is its second start for this season. He says everything's running, it's doing its charge. And I know I get a lot of comments. I made a video a couple years ago about using ether starting fluid on starting up my Buick. We're in Michigan, and when it's cold like this, sometimes you just need that extra shot.
Ready?
Yep. Okay, you want to take this up in there and set it somewhere so you can...
No, you go ahead. Set it where
Put it being started, maybe. All right. Sit on the seat.
It just started a little, and only will run on ether first. It has to get enough going. Just go and what? Just because it starts, don't, because it won't. Yeah.
This old Freightliner doesn't run a whole lot. He's actually had to sub it out for the fuel truck. Has the transport loader. And that means pulling a semi-trailer full of thousands of gallons of fuel across the state. And this thing will run like mad. It's just that it's been sitting and not being run much. Those batteries are not charged up. So he can get these all unhooked and get those chains on there to get them tightened up. First order of business, truck is started. Second order of business, get the chains on. Third, get the truck out of here. What did I do with the other gloves I had? I had another set of gloves. Keep taking my gloves off and losing them everywhere. Oh, I bet you I left him sitting right in the truck when I was up there. Alright, I'm gonna drive this sucker back home. That's right. So step one, hope that you can get that truck moved so that you can get the tire.
you can't get them tight enough with them.
I see.
So you gotta try it. But there's 4 of these.
Yeah.
That should be closer. Just one chain link makes all the difference.
And you have to rotate all 4 of them?
I don't know if you have to, but
He's just telling me the other day he's gone for years without having chains, and I think we ordered them last year. He spent about 3 hours digging himself out of our ditch just from backing in.
one link on that made it so I couldn't hardly get the first one done, and I couldn't get any more of them.
Yeah.
Backed it off one, and now they're perfect for being off-road.
Okay.
We don't have bungee cords or anything, but that's just to keep them tight when you're
Right.
started getting ice storms all the time. So we finally had to break down and get chains.
You said they were 80 each? Or 80 a
80
pair?
per axle.
Okay.
So 2 sets of chains. You know, if you don't have quad lock, putting a chain on this side does nothing, then the other side just spins.
Okay.
So you have to chain up an axle at a time. So the first, when we started getting all the ice instead of the snow, we bought that set. And now we know we had to add just ice all the time.
Yeah.
So,
And everything just melts and turns into ice out where we're at. So what I was saying, I'll put a picture because we're not going to have them in time. This goes straight across. Well, if you do that on a tractor tire, no matter how tight you're going to get them, you might get a little grab on the outside. And the idea is that they're supposed to go across, but without this extra link of chain preventing them from going down into these V grooves, they're going to slip. And then you're only going to get half your chain actually being used. So it's winter time, it's something that we need. I've got many different things on the list. Hi there! What you doing? Are you having some truck driver training? Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, you're only 2. Big truck driving, huh? Good thing you can't hit that clutch and everything else, huh? This is the inside of our old beast. Show you. Get that other one going. So it's just got a grab hook on the inside, right?
yeah. I can barely get it hooked because of the way they're sitting on the tire. On the inside.
George. So the idea is that these have to be on before you're stuck. So what about if you're already stuck?
Then you have to reach in, lay on the ground, reach in, dig through the mud or snow, and grab those and hook them right in the middle.
Nice.
And every time you can't move at all, that's how I have to do it. Get right in the mud.
Not a fun job. Good to have tool.
If you're headed into an icy road that no truck can go down without them, you just put them on ahead of time so you can move and do it nice like this. But if you're already stuck and you can't move, you just have to reach through and lay in whatever you're in. Watch them. They're locked together. See that? It's Cam. go, the tighter you gotta have them. But once you get like, in a field like this, let's redo this one.
So we probably jockeyed this trailer around for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. The trailer did not want to go where he was steering and telling it to go. This is something he does for a living. So to not have this truck go where he wants it to go, it wasn't getting out of here. So we just quit before we tore up the field any more than we already were. You're seeing all these farm videos where everyone's out combining, doing stuff. We just had this little bit of slip. And we said that's enough because that goes down. This is the low back part. That's uphill. It was a good spot to stop. So after this didn't want to start after it didn't want to start this morning, we went ahead and picked up all the hay and got it all back. The weather can do whatever it needs or wants to do. The weatherman can be wrong all week and it won't matter now.
It sort of will, but not really.
Yeah, these guys are waiting on some snow for some sledding and playing.
Not really.
Murdoch's trying to make a snowman and it did not want to go. Now it's melting. You could probably make a snowman now, but it's not going to last. I heard on the news just a couple of days ago, we're normally in about the 50s, about 54, and we've been in the 20s to very low 30s.
7.
And it was 7. The night that it snowed, well, a couple of nights before it snowed, it was supposed to get down to 24 and it got down to 18. And that was a week ago yesterday. So we've gone quite a difference. It dropped a lot in a short amount of time. I can't reach, Dad. All right, let's see if he can get this out of here now. Well, we were going back and forth through that whole section way back there. All right, you want me to move the tractor?
What?
You want me to move the tractor? Well, so far, it was wanting to go in reverse last time. It was trying to go uphill when he was trying to go back to that section.
The reason that they didn't want to go in reverse, they got stuck, was because on that truck, it's not like the newer trucks. So whichever axle wants to spin the most would spin.
Oh, so it was turning involuntarily.
So whichever ones wanted to spin the most would spin.
This guy's smart about this stuff. Now that day, he could get it to go in reverse, but then it didn't want to go forward.
So you had it smoother up there.
Oh yeah.
You can have it spinning down slowly.
Oh, it's grabbing on that other side. It's spinning.
It's spinning at it. It wants to go. Here we go. Just needs a little bit. Just a tick.
Now you can hear him clinking a little bit, like he could even tighten him up more.
The reason that is because there's always a little bit of extra.
Yeah.
So that's what's clicking. That's what you hear it clicking.
All right, he's making it out. Let's follow him. Well, we sure do, don't we? Don't sit on your glasses. All right, let me up there too. You got everything?
I think so.
All right.
There's one thing with that.
All right, go ahead and start her up, buddy. This one starts a lot easier. I actually had to pull the choke out a little bit earlier. Okay, you can go in 4. See, we went over there, we got all that. Around the back. Yeah, go that way. I wanted to follow them.
Got it.
Look at all those tracks we made. Nah, that's all right. We knew when to stop. Yeah. Don't charge right up this hill. Go wide.